to see backspace get to the top 4 at the moment too. As it looks like he's a little tired. I guess we all are. It's been a long day, but no one more tired than Weifu. I think it's like 5 a.m. for him over there.
I think even later. I think it's like the sun might even be rising over there. So.
Oh, the sun is definitely coming up soon.
Yeah. So he's
so
this is a couple days in a row.
I know backspace. It's getting a little bit late. It's 7 p.m. and I know us old timers here have to be calling it in soon, but you know, you can keep it together. It's been a while since we've seen Paladin since the beginning of the day, and it's gonna be exciting since no, actually we saw Dog play Paladin too, so we've been seeing it all parts of the day. But Shielded Minibot is one of those cards where you look and say, you know what, that's okay. But when you play with it, it's like, wow, actually has such good synergy. If you have Sword of Justice, if you're playing those builds, excellent. If you play Cog Hammer, lots of value. It trades on turn 2, and you play it on turn 3 with the Cog Hammer.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
I think Cog Hammer, I don't know if you could even consider it underrated because there's a lot of people that are very adamant about how great it is. But I think it's underrated.
Well played, sir. Well played. Well, Divine Shield in general is just so powerful when in the right situations where like you can't pick up a favorable trade.
Yeah.
And even here where like backspace can just start trickling in damage, and he has equality and consecration, so he shouldn't be afraid of pressing in damage too much.
Yeah.
Unless he's worried about a board clear, because he has the ultimate say. Like even if his opponent puts up the biggest walls of giant, like say it's Day 9's Echo of Medivh deck, there's 7 Molten Giants and a sheep, you can just equality consecrate and get past all of it.
Echo of Medivh on Molten Giants, the dream. That really was a crazy, crazy
board. Yeah,
board.
It was wild.
Wild.
Backspace is playing this pretty aggressively. Looks like he's going to be charging face, and for good reason, like we said. He's got the equality consecration. He could hold off on 1 attack. I mean, he would have 4 health and 5 mana, so he only could play Molten Giants for 4 and not taunt up.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
But then you also want to consider, even if he does taunt up, and I also have consecration and quality.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you can't play it on turn 5 yet, so you definitely have to hold off, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, no fear. He's got the 1/1s. Absolutely no fear.
Yeah, I wouldn't have fear either in that situation, to be honest.
You know, one thing you have to consider is how much damage do I have remaining?
That's true. Paladins definitely don't have burst.
So it's like, if I put him that low, if I don't attack, do I have enough damage to even kill him, assuming I do the equality consecration combo?
Yeah. And this turn feels a little bit weird, because you most likely just going to hero power pass.
This?
Yeah.
I think you're going to call him the mailman.
The bomb lobber? What's that gonna do?
It puts a 3/3 on the board. You might even kill off the Twilight Drake.
That's true.
Boom! From downtown. That's a 4-pointer. I mean, he wouldn't. He's got some range on him.
It's effectively a 3-pointer.
Well, he got fouled on the play, so he got the free throw.
Okay, I see.
NBA jokes. Weifu, does he trade? Yes, he does. Well aware of the capability of equality and consecration. Ooh, Pyromancer and equality. That allows him to play a hero power. It seems like when there's an opportunity for backspace to get the consecration with equality, he always picks up the Pyromancer.
Yeah. I like that because it's more mana efficient and it's basically the same effect. Well, actually, I think it might be a little different if he has a board. When his board is empty, yeah, it makes sense, but
gotta say, man, these games are so back and forth and tightrope.
Yeah.
Sylvanas off the top for backspace.
Especially this matchup. You wouldn't think that Paladin versus Handlock would be like this fast paced. But these guys are making quick turns. The Handlock's already low health. I guess it doesn't take that long for that to happen, but
Sure.
there's very high impact turns a lot earlier than you would expect with this matchup.
Well, Weifu doesn't draw any silence. And even though this game, like you said, has escalated pretty quickly,
Yeah.
it can slow down if there's nothing else that can be done about it. Like, say the Sylvanas doesn't steal anything worthwhile if there's Ancient Watchers. You still can't exactly kill the handlock yet.
What do you do here? Do you just flood the board?
I think so.
Ancient Watcher, Defender of Argus?
But I think, don't you want to attack first before you Defender? Oh, he's not gonna. He's gonna leave Sylvanas up on the board. Oh man.
Danger, stranger.
Stranger danger. All right. Well, he attacks. What is he gonna take? Oh!
Wow.
You know what? Isn't this vindication? Well, actually, this is bad because backspace. Well, first of all, it's bad. Not bad for like in the sense where like backspace misplayed here. It's like bad because backspace. This happened to him earlier when he had 4 Silverhand recruits and Sylvanas, and somehow it still was Tyrion.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even begin to fathom what's going on through his mind. How unlucky he is.
Yeah, he's like, I'm never playing Paladin in a tournament again. I'm never playing Sylvanas in Paladin. Well, no, it was the opponent Sylvanas, so. Yeah, that's worst case scenario right there. There's nothing that this gets him.
This is pretty one-sided karma, honestly.
Yeah.
Thinking about lay on hands to try and dig deeper into the deck. Starting to get pretty scary.
I would just plop down Tyrion.
Tyrion is pretty strong as an option here. Consecration.
Huh.
That is a very interesting play.
I'm not sure I understand the depth of that play. What does he put anything in range for? Anything that would have died. I'm very baffled. I'm baffled right now, Frodan.
Well, my thinking was that he was going to use the giant to kill off the Ancient Watcher.
Okay.
So it would have been a 1/3.
Yeah.
But even then, is that okay?
Now it's a
you know what
1/1.
it also could be? It could be that he feels like he doesn't have time to play Consecration any other moment. Because the next turn is going to be dedicated to Tyrion and...
or maybe setting up for a sniper rag.
On what? Rag would have killed him.
On his face.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're totally right.
He was at 9.
No, I know. You said that quite facetiously. Like, you looked at me very coy, like as if that was supposed to be a joke. But I think that's exactly what Backspace was doing.
No, I think that was a legitimate... Because that's the only explanation I can think of why.
No, but the way you looked at me, dude, you're like totally like, yeah, I'm trolling. What if you just said
that was my
sniper rag? And I'm like,
that was my.
Oh, man, that was really good. You're right.
That was my check out what I just thought of Frodan face.
Well,
now that's not a possibility.
Well, he can still play Tyrion here.
Yes.
And hopefully his opponent doesn't have an answer. / if he does, it's not a silence, so he can still get the weapon to start attacking the face.
Yep. Well, what is he gonna draw? He doesn't have his card draw mechanic anymore.
Oh! Oh man.
Clutch.
You have to feel bad for Backspace.
That's clutch.
His Paladin games have been so unlucky.
Yeah. You can even utilize Mortal Coil here, if you so choose. And you can use Anti-Heal Bot and still... No, you can't. Yeah, and still get an Infernal. He's going to choose a different play, though.
He's going all in on the board.
Yeah, I would have attacked the Tyrion, used the Defender of Argus, and the Mortal Coil to heal it, and then Anti-Heal Bot. Yeah. So he sets up for lethal next turn.
He knows Consecration has been used. So he knows his opponent's chances of clearing are much lower. Lay on hands to draw 3 cards.
Only option right now.
Needs to pick up something else.
What can he pick up to get him out of this?
Sun Fury Protector?
No.
6, 8, 10, 12, 13 damage on the board if he kills his Sludge Doctor. Okay. Tyrion still manages to get value despite taking a Battle Cry and killing off first body. Pretty good. Molten Giant's a dead draw. But Weifu can... I mean, he can start really taking his time here because it's very clear his opponent doesn't have a very clear, good response.
Yeah.
Mortal Coil.
Yeah. You gotta utilize that Mortal Coil whenever you can at this stage.
Kill off the shielded bot, Inferno, and Farseer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's only been through one equality, but there's no way that he can draw into equality and anything else next turn.
I like it. You know what? Just going really aggressive.
Yeah.
It's not like his opponent can Shadow Flame.
All right. Well, this is. I'm not sure what backspace can draw here that's going to get him out of this situation. He has the Guardian of Kings. That wouldn't bring him anywhere near out of lethal range though.
Yeah.
And he concedes.
At this point, Weifu was just debating whether or not he wants to play the Farseer, but backspace just has no more patience. For He's like, I'm not going to. Those taunts that can swing the matchups and force comebacks.
Yeah.
Like, but just by having taunts, you can pull a lot of pressure away from the face and then start coming back on the board presence.
Yeah. Both guys here with a pretty great start. Undertaker plus a Death Rattle 1-drop.
But I favor the person who goes first almost every time.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless he has a bad follow-up. No, he does not have a bad follow-up at all.
That's a great follow-up. And favor the person that goes first, especially if they have 3 1-drops.
Yeah, because now you can't really get ahead of that Undertaker. You have to play this coin with another 1-drop because you need to buff it.
Yeah.
But you don't have an opportunity to strike back because you just use your coin, so if you draw Eaglehorn Bow, it won't matter.
Yeah. Both these guys have decent curves, though. I mean,
yeah.
two mana, a play on turn 2 plus a play on turn 3, so.
Right.
But
the advantage now goes to the board, like backspace to see his board control.
Yeah.
Now, do you you like pop the trap? Right? Oh, I guess you don't have to. You just go for the Animal Companion. Ugh. This is what I was afraid of. I was like, well, what if he gets Huffer?
Yeah.
Okay.
What trap is this going to be?
It's an explosive trap.
That's going to be a big deal if it is. Oh!
Wow.
That's nice.
Okay, but then backspace knows he's going to kill off this 2/4 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because if it's the possibility of explosive trap, you have to be really cautious.
But what if it's freezing trap and he throws us in and...
Oh, then he just Eaglehorn Bow.
True.
And he has board, and he can address whatever's on the board. Little nerve-wracking, but in the end, he's gonna find out this is the right choice. If he chooses to go for it, he's still hesitating. He made a motion as if he wanted to kill off this Leok.
Yeah, I think he's gonna realize though. It might be a little bit tough to make the decision at first, but even if it is freezing trap, like you said, you can still Eaglehorn Bow. But maybe he has a different set of plays in mind. Maybe he wants to utilize his mana more efficiently.
Oh, he's also. I think is he wondering about Snake Trap too?
Oh, man. Yikes.
Hold on. He has to wait for the. Okay.
That's rough.
Yep. Really bad spot for backspace.
And he's got.
It's hard, you know. Well, how do you anticipate those traps? Because if it is freezing trap, that 1/1 comes back to your hand, gives you so much damage.
Yeah.
Because then you play Eaglehorn Bow, you do 7 to the face.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy for us to just like watch and be like, yeah, of course, backspace,
Yeah.
derp. But it's not easy to make those calls when you're in those spots.
Well, that was my first instinct too. Was to was like, oh, what if it's freezing trap? Then I in that situation, without being able to see both sides, I might have done the same play that he did. Because Snake Trap would have been devastating as well because he had a Leok on the board.
That's 12 damage on the board.
Wow. And he's locked out from spells. So there's no way he can... Nothing that...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he can clear off the Leok here, but then that would still be...
Well, I think that might be his best option, to play high main and clear the Leok.
Yeah. I mean, 7 wouldn't have a beast, so... would only be a 3 damage kill command in hand, so we'd have 13 damage.
Next turn he has the availability of using Unleash the Hounds with kill command.
Oh yeah, that's a really great option.
So with that knowledge, should he attack the face? 4, 9, 11. Yeah,
Yes,
actually
you
that
should.
might be.
That would set
That
him
means
up.
you should hero power here, and you shouldn't play the high main. You should hero power and play the
Bloodfin Raptor.
Bloodfin Raptor. Oh my gosh.
This is a good spot here by backspace. Good eye. This is probably going to be his best chance of winning because if he Eagle Horn bows the Leok, he's just doing damage control. And if you get to the point where you're just doing damage control in a mirror matchup, in a Hunter mirror matchup, that means you're almost certainly going to die. You're going to be dead.
It's very easy to fall behind.
Yeah. This play can get punished, but at the same time...
12, 7. Oh, he's 1 damage off lethal. Oh no, he's got lethal. The Eagle Horn bow. Oh man.
Oh, jeez. Well, the risk from backspace does not pay off. That's so rough. Exact lethal.
Yeah.
Exactsies.
It just happens. I was counting like kill command hero power, but the Eagle Horn bow was the final point of damage that he needed. And Weifu jumps out to a 2 cheering for backspace, which is this is one of his first tournament appearances since he joined Archon.
Yeah.
People are looking at him to make a splash.
Yeah, he's got very sad eyes. I don't know if that's just right now, or if they're very sentimental. When you look into them, you feel a lot of emotions.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you could grayscale, put black and white,
Yeah.
put like memoirs of a jaded card player.
Yes. In fact,
The life of backspace.
yeah. That'd be a good one to watch. But
Weifu has had a hard time deciding what he wants to mulligan away.
well, backspace has been.
I don't really like keeping like Shadow Madness. I like keeping Circle Feeling sometimes.
I like keeping Shadowward Pain.
Yeah, Shadow Pain is fine. Shadow Madness is it's like meh.
You threw away Shadowward Pain.
I think you want minions to start off too.
But being able to just completely take away
Sometimes I keep Circle of Healing on the off chance that you get Injured Blade Master.
Okay.
Because that start is a really good way to punish priests, or to punish warriors.
Yeah. Gets rid of the possibility of execute.
Shadow Pain is a little too reactive. You can do the same thing with the Dark Cultist. Dark Cultist is a Shadow Pain, pretty much, for whatever is low attack, low health.
Yeah, that's true. But Shadowward Pain also gets eaten up.
Yeah, it kills off the Acolyte.
Yeah. It's a pretty good start. Also has the Death Bite as a follow-up for this. If there was like another creature played.
Here we go, Thought Steal. Wow, BGH is a big deal.
Shield Slam's a big
Shield
deal.
Slam, not that much. Shield Slam is basically a whirlwind when it comes down to Pyromancer.
Yeah. Or if he Thought Steals. Oh, well, speaking of Pyromancers. We saw earlier 2 shield blocks for Thought Steal, so you always like to see that.
Well, of course, this might prompt Weifu to play the cool Taskmaster, but by doing so, the Shadow Madness gets value.
Yeah, if he passed on this turn, then why would he keep something to deal with that Acolyte of Pain for the next turn? So I don't like going for the Cruel Taskmaster, because you kind of know that the priest is baiting you into going for the Cruel Taskmaster play, because you know that they're going to have Shadow Madness if they pass on that turn.
And then he's going to try to take it with Cabal Shadow Priest the following turn.
Yeah.
Whoa! What? Okay, I haven't seen Korkon Elite and Warrior in 6 months.
Yeah.
That is really weird, but really cool.
I think
because no one's going to be expecting it.
I think Piloted Shredder is like a better choice, though, especially in the Control Warrior. Same stats, but I think it's a better effect that the card has than Charge. I'm not sure how useful a Charge is a lot of times, especially since Korkon Elite doesn't trade very well into like a Sledge Belcher.
It's not always the most useful, but
the surprise factor, you're right though, could catch some people off guard. They may not be expecting it or playing around it.
Yeah, Backspace definitely trying to wait for value on the Shadow Madness being able to clear off the board. And Weifu, how does he respond? Is it finally time to unleash the surprise?
Perhaps
is it time to fight for the War Chief?
I think so. When else are you going to? On an empty board, I think would probably be the best.
You can also pass. Not a big deal.
But what are you going to save that Korkon Elite for?
finishing potential. Like you Alex Straza, and then it's like you Gromosh, and he doesn't expect it, and then you have like another core Chronolite that you can add damage to in case you don't have Gromosh, or you have to use Gromosh for removal.
There's got to be a better card for that situation.
Like Leroy.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to say yes and absolutely validate your feelings, but I just can't really.
Why can't you validate my feelings, Frodan?
Ooh. He's got the Pyromancer, so he can't Circle of Healing with this injured Blade Master. He's also at full card, so it's not as simple as like, well, just drop a Northshire Cleric and heal and draw a card.
Yeah.
Oh, also he's at full hand, so he needs to drop something. He might just drop his injured Blade Master, heal it, and then start attacking.
Yeah. Either way, something's going to survive the next turn, but that's the best play. Every single one of his cards is situational besides that. He can actually do both.
Okay, so he's going to drop another minion.
Okay. This is good. Ensuring that 2 of his creatures survive.
It's like make a tough choice about what you want to kill. Now you have an opportunity to play Korkan Elite. Korkan Elite to smash the Northshire. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's basically a Mortal Strike that might be able to get 2 strikes out, 2 times.
Frodan, I think he's gonna steal this Korkan Elite.
Think so?
I think he is. I think he's gonna take it. Why wouldn't you take it?
Because you don't need to.
What else are you gonna do? I guess you could Injured Blade Master and heal it up. That's a good play too.
I mean, you can steal. You're right. It's just just think about what you want to do in this matchup, though. If your opponent plays Cairn, you
I want to
steal
steal
it.
things.
If he plays the Pilot Shredder, you steal it. If he has a Sludge Belcher, you steal it. Like, you have the combo of Shrink Master plus the Cabal Shadow Priest, which reduces the attack to 2, whatever. No, well, I mean, 1 maybe.
If it's Korkan Elite 2, that's what I was
right, and then you just steal it. We have to explain, man, sometimes.
Okay.
Some people don't. They're new to GVG and they're like, "What's that card?"
Okay, yeah, he's just gonna steal it.
Not everyone knows everything about Hearthstone like you, TJ.
That's a shame. I don't even know everything about Hearthstone. Like the what was that puzzle that we had earlier? If you Shadow Step a Lotheb. That I still don't know.
Not even a puzzle, really.
It's a little bit of a puzzle.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of just playing defensive, saving this combination. You're in for the long haul. We're in this together.
Yeah, Sledge Belcher is probably the best target for the Shrinkmeister Cabal Shadow.
Most likely, short of a Cairn
as
or Ysera.
Ysera. Whoa. Next
Dream
level.
big.
Yeah. Why stop at a Korkan Elite? You've changed me, Frodan.
He's still waiting on a Holy Nova, too, just like he has easy clear.
Yeah.
His BGH coming out is fine, because there's nothing, but I think he's also scared about the possibility of a stolen big creature.
Yeah.
Or even mind control. Like, if he mind controls, like Ragnaros, he needs a way to answer it.
Yep. Well, that's not a very useful draw, so this doesn't really change much from his last play, except now he just doesn't have an Injured Blade Master.
Well,
now you steal it.
Or maybe you just remove it, like you Shrink Meister and then Shadow Word Pain.
Sad face, Frodan. If you're gonna get rid of your Shrink Master, you might as well use it to steal something.
So that's a folly that a lot of players might make.
It's so new, Frodan. They just want to steal things.
So if you take it and you attack 2 damage to the face,
yeah,
what do you gain from it? I think I'm more in favor of just removing it.
Yeah, and Cabal Shadow Priest, he still hasn't seen armor, or he's only seen 1 Acolyte Pain.
Yeah.
Still hasn't seen armor.
He has a Shield Slam.
The reasonable side of my brain says Shadow Word Pain. The side of my brain that is not reasonable at all, that only wants to steal things, says steal it.
Gotcha.
The kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Version. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, so that's where my laundry change went. Well, let's see. Backspace trying to figure out if he can find a way to like maneuver around here so he can find a way to be aggressive. The problem is you're always scared about whether or not your opponent can just simply steal this Ragnaros.
Yeah. Which he can.
Yep, he totally can. And that's where BGH comes back, because the BGH fights back for value against mind control. That damage is not even that bad, to be honest.
Yeah. Has he been through both Cruel Taskmasters?
Not sure.
Well, I think he might not want to mind control this turn.
No, he might not even want to Shadow Word Death. I think Vol'jin can come out here. So if you play Vol'jin...
Or even BGH.
Yeah, but you know there's bigger targets like Alexstrasza as well.
Yeah.
Like, Vol'jin's a tempo play, because, like, Vol'jin gets to steal the health, trade the minion, and then you get to heal up. So you get to do more actions.
And later on in the game, you might not have a creature to be able to trade after you use Vol'jin.
Yeah, it's just, like, a really powerful minion.
It's a Kel'Thuzad without the effect.
Yeah, it's really, really strong. Backspace is 3 points off of lethal. And Vol'jin's just his stats are just so good. You can't BGH that. Oh man.
Well, you could Explosive Sheep, hit the Vol'jin, throw down Unstable Ghoul.
Okay, so if you Explosive Sheep and then do that much damage.
Or just throw down Explosive Sheep.
I guess you don't care if it gets stolen by Cabal, right?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Literally the same thing. And I guess not playing the Unstable Ghoul is good because you save that for value later on, maybe with Acolytes or Armorsmiths, and you actually do care if Unstable Ghoul is stolen by Cabal. Not as much as something else.
Well, it does because it stops the attack from the weapon.
Yeah.
But he did have a board clear. If he went for the Unstable Ghoul, because it would have damaged the Vol'jin for 3 damage. And then he would have done 5. So in fact, he could have killed off Vol'jin if he played the Unstable Ghoul too.
Yeah, that's what
Interesting. But I think Backspace is also trying to plan out to not use his weapon charge if he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
The weapon charge is his only activator for Grommash.
Yep. He's got to hold on to that thing for dear life. It doesn't feel really nice.
Really wants to heal himself, but if he doesn't, then he risks getting armored up Shield Slam on Vol'jin.
Yeah.
I think you heal Vol'jin. Oh, he's playing really safe and cautious.
Wow, and last minute decides to throw out the Arcanized Soul Priest.
Yeah, he wants to bait out that
the Death Bite.
The Death Bite. Ooh, Backspace now has a very large incentive to do so. How do you do this? Do you attack the Vol'jin in hopes that the bomb hits one of them?
I would attack the Arcanized Soul Priest, so then it gives you more chances to hit the Vol'jin a couple times.
Sure. But
and then at least you're clearing off one for sure.
Well, here's the thing. Math combat-wise, you have 2 shots, 3 targets, and 1 creature at 1 health and 1 at 4 health. What's the probability of clearing both?
But also, what's the probability of clearing none?
Find X and show your work.
What's the probability of clearing none?
Depends who's playing. Is Reynad playing?
Then it's 100%.
Alright, I think you can get away with smacking Dr. Boom here. Unless he just passes. Man mode. Backspace is gonna get this close to the face, and I have my palm right to my nose.
He really does.
Not even blink. He's getting in the face of Weifu, and Weifu looks like he's in a defensive posture, at least by his webcam.
Yeah, and Backspace is in a very aggressive posture with his sad eyes.
You know what it is? Backspace, he wants to go for a kill again with the Grommash. Like, these boombots have to do damage directly. He wants it to. Even if he spends his turn mind controlling, that he can't kill off his Arcanine essentially, so he can't heal. So no matter how he deals with this, he's at 19 effective health. If both boombots do maximum damage, or just 5 combined, 2 to 3,
yep,
which is exactly 50% expected value.
Yep. decent
Actually,
odds.
that's crazy. If it does exactly 50% like the expected value of damage, then he wins this game.
Oh, he's gonna take one.
Now it comes down to
It did 4 damage.
it did.
That's a bright side. Because that Cabal Shadow Priest will get caught. Ooh, a Whirlwind. I don't know.
A lot of complicated combat math with how things work now.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with this board? You can utilize Whirlwind. You don't need to.
You can Brawl.
Brawl feels bad, but I guess
I've
it's
gone through a lot
okay.
of creatures for the priest, so
True. Here we go.
if Vol'jin comes out, he's gonna be one sad puppy.
Nah.
There we go.
Boom. 1 damage.
There goes your armor, sucker. Okay. Yeah, you gotta kill this. Well, you don't have to, but you've been holding on to that Death by Charge for so long.
Well, it's not that you have to attack because you held it, but the Alkanite Soul Priest represents too much of a threat.
Yeah.
In a vacuum of inactivity, Priest or a Warrior beats Fatigue in the long run because your armor can stack and healing can't. I think Backspace recognizes he's gonna have to wait for Alexstrasza again to come.
Yeah.
But this is where Weifu has played really intelligent with his resources.
Yeah. And he also drew into another activator for Grom, so knowing that, he's can be a little bit more liberal with how he spends his charge.
Absolutely.
That Death by Charge.
He's hoping that this would draw out another removal if he has Shadow or Death, but Weifu is out.
So the Shield Maiden could end up going a pretty long way.
Unless he feels tempted to use his ultimate removal, but I don't think he can.
No.
Can he?
Brian Kibler last week in the Legendary
Mind Control
Series
to
used
5/5.
2 Mind Controls in his deck.
I don't know if I don't think Weifu's playing 2 mind controls.
I don't think so either. We've been through his whole deck, I think.
Feels like it.
He got to Fatigue in thinking one of the games earlier against Forsen. Maybe?
Kibler? Kibler did
No, Weifu I'm talking about.
Oh. He went through the Fatigue with his Jirax's deck.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then we haven't seen his whole deck, but yeah, I can agree with you. He's really
He
thinking
might
about
have to
this turn.
ignore this and push on through. Like, attack and heal. Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good. But I don't know if I'd do it now.
Why not?
Just,
I think Sludge Belcher's fine in this spot. The challenge is the 5-1.
yeah, but you just used a lot of resources to kill that 5-1. Or to bring that 5-1 to 1 health to challenge the Northshire Cleric.
I mean, nothing's perfect in life. Nobody's perfect.
You could give that out for any play.
I might. We'll
Okay.
see. Oh, Mind Control is a prime target, or sorry, Sylvanas is a prime target for Mind Control. He also has Silence available to him.
But if he silences, he doesn't have any other way to do anything with the silence. He could ignore it and hope to draw into an answer for it.
That's true. Silence is only like half the battle with Sylvanas.
Yeah, I
The
think
5/5 body is so hard.
I think Sylvanas is a fantastic mind control target.
Right. And Backspace is totally cool because he has a Shield Slam. So now it becomes to whether or not he draws Alexstrasza. The Mind Control, the Shadow Word Deaths. Ooh,
That is
Gore Howl.
that's a good card. He can shield slam and whoa.
Well, I guess he's not afraid of anything. But he should be afraid of the BGH.
The thought stolen BGH.
The BGH has a BFG.
Oh man, and this is going to take away. This is going to be really rough.
Well, I guess it's like another removal piece. Like, how does Weifu deal with Alexstrasza now? Backspace is like, what? He plays BGH in his priest deck? Of course, we know that was thought stolen.
Yeah. If he was keeping track, he would have known that.
It's kind of hard to keep a track, you know?
It's very hard, especially as cards are flying out of the hand.
Yep. The big MVP of this match will be Gore Howl.
Yes, it will.
Because it's a way to like kill off all these cards and not have to worry about anything.
And then it makes it so once Alexstrasza does come out, there won't be really any cards on the field to be able to challenge it. And since you already know you've been through Mind Control, you've been through BGH, which you never even thought was a possibility. One Shadow or Death?
One Shadow or Death.
Yeah.
Although some Priest players have cut Shadow Word Death because you do have Shrinkmeisters now.
Yeah.
You can rotate Shadow Word Pain in. The same 5 health creatures or 5 attack creatures that you needed to use Shadow Word Death on, you can use it with Shadow Word Pain.
Yeah. And with more cards being added into the deck, you have to find cuts somewhere.
It gives you flexibility.
Yeah. So they, usually cutting one.
Wonder what the card count is in terms of the cards remaining.
Can we look?
4 cards remain for Priest, 8 for Warrior.
Whoa.
Sylvanas doesn't feel very good here because he just gets sniped by the Gorehowl.
Yeah. You're starting to put pressure on in that situation.
The idea is to drain the Gorehowl before Sylvanas can come out. So maybe you'd use Light of Naru here. So that way you
get
can
a light warden.
Light warden, so you can bait out another like opportunity to like do damage.
Yeah.
And hopefully the light warden can bait out enough Gorehowl hits that Sylvanas will be safer.
You just need to use 2 more hits to get that out of range.
Yeah. And in your backspace, do you care if your opponent's drawing cards anymore? You just kill the BGH, right? It's not a high priority.
Yeah, just getting closer to fatigue, which you're pretty sure that this match is going to go to anyway.
Sure.
He does his Alexstrasza, so he still has it left somewhere in that deck. 7 cards remaining. It's one of those 7 cards.
Backspace playing this pretty efficiently resource-wise.
What's he gonna draw here?
Weifu picks up Alkanai number 2. This one can be used as a nuke option. You can use the Light of Neirea and then Hero Power.
Or you could circle.
Yeah, you could circle, but I think the Light of Neirea here is like super useful.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Circle of Healing. Is he? I guess he's gonna save it for the fatigue battles. Yeah, it's like another heal tool post Alexstrasza.
Yeah. Definitely is. Yeah, and I don't know how much use the Circle of Healing is gonna get as this game progresses.
Whirlwind value. Oh, never mind. Unstable. Cool.
Well,
interesting.
Does he have many creatures left to be able to get these charges from the Gorehowl out?
Wow. He's got Holy Smite. I mean, he's got 1 creature in hand, Sylvanas.
But does he have any more left in his deck? He's only got, what, 2 cards left? So he's going to have to play that Sylvanas eventually.
What if you silence this thing and then Hero Power and kill it off? Is that appropriate use of silence, you think?
You would only be saving your
Alkanai.
But then that might
only saving your Alkanai. It's so good.
You're saving your Alkanai with 1 health, though.
It's still a charge off of Gorehowl, 3 damage to the face, and 2 damage to the Hero Power.
That's true. I guess in this situation, he'd really be it'd be another step in sort of protecting that Sylvanas once it comes down.
All right, so Light of Neirea comes out here.
Oh, so he doesn't even have to.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to trade in the Northshire Cleric.
All right, I'm feeling like we're gonna make a call to the mailman.
I think so. I think so.
I'm sensing it. This game's coming down to the wire. It's really close.
That could be a good tool the longer this game goes.
Oh, Shield Maiden, I suppose, then. Gonna use the Bomb Lobber as like a way to actually do damage. But there's only Sylvanas remaining in the deck.
Is this his lot? No, he's gonna be 2 cards remaining.
There has to be like another Dark Cultist or something.
Yeah, he's only got 2 cards remaining. Second to last one is a Sludge Belcher. That's good.
It's a pretty decent card, especially considering that Gorehowl's at 4 attack now.
Yeah. That's not too bad, because he'll be able to use the Shield Maiden to do some work on that thing, on that puppy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Sludge Belcher here is your best option. You have to drag this out into fatigue, but the problem is your opponent's at 5 cards remaining while you're at 1.
It's a shame that
so you're 4 turns ahead.
It's a shame that he thought stole the Shield Slam.
Yeah, but he got BGH. Like how? That's like as good as another Shadow Word Death.
Well, it's basically like he never ran Thought Steal and ran BGH instead.
It's a whirlwind
traded
effect with Pyromancer. He just never found a place for it.
Yeah. There's never an opportunity to utilize that effect.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is a shame in a sense, but I guess he'd rather have the Shield Slam and not need it.
Wait, is his last card a second Thought Steal?
No, that's not bad if that's the case. Depends on what backspace draws. Second Fire War.
That's not good.
So troll.
Oh, but he can use the Bomb Lobber here and save his Shield Maiden.
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, that echo effect. I think you gotta attach this. You gotta attack this and then armor up. You're still saving this big game hunter, right?
Yeah.
It's your final minion, say. I mean, Priest is out of cards.
The last card in his deck is Power Word Shield.
I think he's got to play Sylvanas, but that's it. Then he doesn't have any more answers.
I think that's. I don't think he can win the game from this point.
Yeah, because if he plays Sylvanas, then these minions simply trade, and he plays BGH. He Holy Novas, but he's already taking 3 fatigue damage, and then Warrior can just draw Alexstrasza and win.
Not even. He has weapons in his hand, so
Yeah, but I mean,
he'll be able to outgun him.
he's got 12 damage of weapons. You're right.
Yeah.
He's also got Alexstrasza though.
Yeah.
This one was quite the nail biter, but we came down to it, and backspace is able to stay alive 1-2. I don't really see a way for Weifu to climb out of this.
Hovers over the Shield Slam. Thinking, what can I do?
Thinking hard.
Speak to me, Shield Slam. Tell me.
It's like concede and move on, man. It's like, but Sylvanas, she doesn't love you anymore.
Yeah, and Weifu, we said it earlier, but it's getting late over there. So keeping himself in the game is only a disadvantage for him. I don't think he's going to outlast backspace as far as like the IRL fatigue goes.
Unless he's going for the slow roll. Trying to mess with backspace.
Yeah.
Like, backspace actually doesn't have to do anything. He can just, like, attack, weapon up, and then armor up and pass.
Yeah.
Because the onus is on Weifu to produce something to be threatening.
Yeah.
Because this attack gives him the life lead. And he's also going to be forever in the life lead because he's not going to shield block unnecessarily.
Wait, can he utilize Power Word Shield?
Why?
To put his Sylvanas out of range of being killed by what's on the board. I guess it wouldn't matter in the long run.
Maybe. I am a little perplexed why Weifu's waiting so long. Because he's the one with the burden of proof. Like, prove that you can still win this game. Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
That could have happened a couple turns ago.
Maybe he's a little masochistic and he just wanted the warrior to attack him a few times. Yeah, I like it. Hit me.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, I guess he wanted a better hand than that, but one Twilight Drake's okay.
Yeah.
Everything else, he wanted to have proactive threats. The way Handlock can get an easy advantage or even a win is if it takes the initiative and then Warrior can't respond to it.
Yeah. That's a great... This is a pretty good opening hand, I think, for the Warrior in this matchup. Because he's got BGH for Giant, he's got the Cruel Taskmaster Execute for Twilight Drakes.
Sure. He most likely wants a silence too, in case for the... Like, if you can get away with using... of saving your executes.
Is he running a silence?
I would have to imagine so.
I don't remember from last game if he is or not. I can't remember if we saw an owl. But, yep, no other option here, so I'm going to go ahead and execute this. And not too much of a follow-up play here for Weifu. Doesn't have any other Drakes. Doesn't have Giants.
He's got a Defender of Argus, but I think he can tap in Sun Fury Protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels pretty bad, but it's something to challenge the board, and also you can't hold more than 10 cards, so you need to get rid of it. Oh, right on time.
Bomb lobber value. This is
This
pretty
is
good.
why you tip your mailmen. Because they're always on time.
Because they might kill Sun-Free Protectors for you.
That's right.
Again.
They're always on time. There's definitely a sponsor somewhere there, like available, like if DHL or FedEx want to get involved in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
You can just show them the bomb lobber.
What they would only
That bomb lobber was brought to you by.
They would only sponsor players that ran bomb lobbers in their decks. If they sponsored a team, they would.
No,
the team
but
would be
they could
forced.
sponsor the bomb lobber moment of the day. It's like the logo just comes in.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
What if nobody plays a bomb lobber that day, though?
Oh, well then it's okay. We'll just have to do it again in a special show match. Mortal Coil on the 1-1 actually brings him closer to Molten Giants, hilariously enough. Oh man. He can actually play Molten right after here. That's so funny.
Does he want to, though?
Probably wants to play Sludge Belcher, but it's just funny that he did enough damage
Yeah.
for him to exactly play it.
Yeah.
Oh, he has B Game Hunter as well. I don't see that's a bad play either.
Nope.
Killing off Dr. Boom's really good because if your opponent does have a silence, you're not sure if you can press through for a lot of damage.
Yeah. So even though he's not drawing into some of those big early threats, he's still in a relatively good position.
Sure.
But he really needs to draw into those because the Mountain Giants, the longer the game goes on, the less effective they're going to be.
All right, Boombots, do your thing.
Show me what you
Two
got.
or more damage to either creature.
Oh no! It does 4 damage. Wow.
That's really funny, man.
Hello, Molten Giants.
Oh man. He's got Brawl though, so it's okay. He can tap and double Molten.
When Doombots attack.
Let's see. Weifu has a few options here. He can play a little bit more defensive. He can start placing his threats. The big thing on his mind though is how did he deal with his explosive sheep without killing your minions unnecessarily.
I don't think you do.
So how do you go about this then? Life tap.
I think you just have to sack, well, chip off his armor.
I think I'm okay with playing a Molten Giant here.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2.
You're not a. Oh yeah, that's okay. You're not extending too much because you don't have anything else on the board besides Molten Giants. So.
Well, I mean, it's 16 damage on the board. It's like,
Well, I was thinking about the opportunity of playing around Brawl, but this is good. This is a guaranteed killing both these Molten Giants. Basically, trading 2 cards
oh,
for 2 cards.
Molten Giant wins.
What a surprise!
Gotta get that caster hype in.
And
You're doing it wrong, DJ.
calculated play. Molten Giant's gonna survive. Herb derp.
I guess backspace won the 50-50 there. Things are looking up for the new member of Archon.
He's
Kappa.
He's had some he's had some bad luck today.
All right, well, he feels like now is the time to Jiraxis.
Both Molten Giants gone.
A
Never
little
a better time
surprised.
than this.
He definitely could have slowed it down a little bit. But if there's a cruel Taskmaster that comes to the hand soon, then that's threatening lethal in the next couple of turns. Weifu does have really defensive maneuvers, though. He's got 2 Sludge Belchers. He can weave it in throughout this process of Infernals. And he's also got some life gain.
Yeah. He could Siphon Soul, Twilight Drake Siphon Soul this turn and kill the Acolyte of Pain. And he'd be 1 out of range of Gromish Cool Taskmaster. So that feels like the best line of play for me. Because playing down the Sludge Belchers right now,
Yep.
it's okay because it's still going to protect you from the combo, but... Oh, okay, so he's going to go for this play. Well, he can be pretty reckless with how much he builds up his board because he knows that the Brawl is out of the way.
Yeah. What I really like about this post-Jiraxis hand is there's a lot of taunts.
Yeah. And there's the Korkron Elite.
I mean, it might be the game-ending damage. You laugh. But it might be like an MVP here.
He's got a lot of taunts to get through before he even can think about putting damage on the face.
This Bomb Lobber could be big, too, if he can get a nice execute off.
Who would you want the
Here we
Bob Lobber
go.
to go on? The Twilight Drake?
Here comes the mailman.
Oh!
What was that?
that was
Oh.
that was my. That's what I don't know.
It's like what happens when a goblin looks over your shoulder and you open up a legendary pack. It's like, oh, Dr. Boom.
I have no words, Frodan. I have no words. I'll stop.
I understood what you meant though, man. It was like one of those moments, like
What's it gonna hit?
because the bomb lobber is like a fake out, man. The way it shoots the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very high rainbow arc.
Thanks for trying to come up for an excuse for that. What came out of my mouth right now?
Don't worry. Anything silly that's coming out of your mouth, I definitely have something 3 times more silly.
I'd like to play that game one day.
So he's just used his execute. Gosh, that's really painful. He just used his execute, but I mean, he already had to do it.
To go. Wow, what a great Korkan lead. I have to say.
I mean, you said instead of playing that, what would you have played instead of Korokron?
Piloted Shredder.
Oh, Pilot Shredder. Yeah, I guess you're right. Pilot Shredder would have been better in this scenario.
In every scenario.
I still think the Korokron lead's cute.
Yeah. It's got some cases where it's quite a bit better than Piloted Shredder. Because it has immediate effect on the board.
Right. The fact that backspace doesn't have Harrison Jones too for like the Jiraxis is also pretty painful.
Yeah. And the longer it goes that he doesn't draw into it, then the less effective it's going to be in the end. Because he's already gotten so much value out of.
Well, backspace is going to call it quits, and that's going to do it for the series. Doesn't even want to prolong it any longer. And that's going to do it. Weifu takes the series 3-1 and is guaranteed to go into next week.
Wow.